Now, there's two things that struck me right off the bat, even before really getting down to nitpicking. And the first is in the inscription. To the choir master, a maskil of the sons of Korah. Well, like Selah, maskil is one of those things that is, we don't know. Some people say it means a song piece, something like that. Now, other people, as I was looking to find that out, other people said, oh, no, that's a person's name, and it should be translated to the leader of the choir, to the choir master, maskil, by the sons of Korah. So, beings, as the scholars don't know, I don't know either. So you have permission to think it's written to a choir master whose name is maskil, or it's a special type of song written. I don't think it makes any difference, but I thought that was an interesting thing. The next thing that I noticed is most of us know this song from the first two verses, and that's a song we sing. We just sang it. But as I was reading this over to prepare this, I noticed that what we sing and what the psalm is going for are 180 degrees different. We sing As the Deer at camp because it is a uplifting, make me feel good. This is the way that I spend my days. My heart is just longing for you. My soul is longing. It's just a wonderful thing to be. But when we read the psalm, that's not what he's saying here. As a deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? I'm going to stop there and I'm going to look at this and help us to see where maybe, because as we go on, he's going to say, my tears have been my food day and night. This is not a happy song. Okay? This is a song of a man in deep despair. As we go through it, we're going to look at that. But when we sing it, it's a song of happiness. And I think some of it is because most of us have never been thirsty. Some of us have. But most of us have never been thirsty. And this is the deer panting for the water. Not the deer standing by the water going, I'd like to drink. When you're thirsty, your throat is dry. It's parched. It hurts. You need that. It's not a habit. You need it because you haven't had it. It has been far away. And do we ever get in times in our lives when it seems like God is far away? That's why the end of this verse that's not in our song, of the second verse that our song comes from, is, when shall I come and appear before God? Because he's been in some of those valleys of life. The ones that wrote this have been in those valleys of life when God seems far away. There's a song that, a gospel song that people sing all the time, that the God God of the mountains is also the God of the valleys. You know, but sometimes the valleys are hard. That's why that song is there. But the actual picture of this is a deer that just has its tongue hanging out. It needs water so badly. He goes, my soul just thirsts for you. I need you. When shall I come and appear before God? You've been a little far away, it seems like to me. Now, it's not true, but do we ever feel that way? Are there times when you just wonder where God is and your soul just longs and thirsts for him? You want him, but it just seems that he's far away. My tears have been my food day and night, and they say to me continually, where is your God? Do people say that today? Well, where is God? When they shot up Columbine. Where is God? When? Where is God? Where is your God? When you're down already. It really doesn't help when people kick you, does it? But isn't that when they say things like that? When you're already down. We're already reeling in a nation that is full of sin and degradation. And, well, where's your God? Is your God in there? Well, how come your God isn't helping you? How come? And you go, you don't really have an answer. These things I remember as I pour out my soul. How I would go with a thong and lead them in procession to the house of God with glad shouts and songs of praise, a multitude keeping festival. Why are you cast down, O my soul? Did you ever have to talk to yourself? Sometimes the only way you can get through life is to talk to yourself, because your mind gets in a track. It gets going somewhere, and it's a wrong place. And sometimes you have to sit down and say, self, I have to talk to myself and tell myself, no, this is reality. You have to reality check. And so what the author is saying here is, these things I remember as I pour out my soul. When I'm pouring out my soul to God, when I'm telling God just how bad it is. And that's a good thing. It's okay to get down on your knees and tell God just how bad it is, how much it hurts. Because there's certain things in our lives that hurt. And it's okay to get down and tell God it hurts. And you don't like it. He goes, but these things I remember as I pour out my soul. How I would go with a throng and lead them in the possession of the house of God with glad shouts and songs of praise, a multitude keeping festival. How many times have people said, what good is church? What good is it? What this says is, when the times are bad, what good is church? You remember when you were singing those songs and you were happy. You remember your brothers and sisters. You remember that, and that gives you hope and peace through those hard times. You remember that. What good is church? Church can be the difference between falling on Tuesday and making it all the way to next Sunday. Remembering the service, remembering the singing, remembering the fellowship, remembering all those things is sometimes all that gets you through to the next time. You're saying, that's what I did. I had to remember that. Why are you cast down, O my soul? Why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him. Sometimes we have to talk to ourselves and go, why are you in such a mess? Why are you so upset? Why are you in such a turmoil? Don't you remember how good it is? Don't you know who your God is? Sometimes we need to remember that. We need to tell ourselves, why am I letting this get to me? Why am I letting this get to me? If you know who your God is, if you know where you're going, hopefully you know that this won't be very long, that it's okay. I mean, how many things in your life did you ever get easily? Did you ever get anything that was really worth anything without suffering, without pain, without effort, without stick-to-itiveness? No. And as good as Benny and Dub's marriage is, I'll bet it took some stick-to-itiveness through a few years. Every once in a while, it took some hard times. Anything that's worth anything takes that. And sometimes we have to stop and tell ourselves that. We have to say, well, why are you so upset? Why are you upset? God's still there. It's okay. My soul is cast down within me. Therefore I remember you from the land of Jordan and of Hermon, from Mount Mizar. Deep calls to deep, the roar of your waterfalls, all your breakers, and your waves have gone over me. By day the Lord commands his steadfast love, and at night his song is with me, a prayer to the God of my life. You're still there. Why have you forgotten me? Why do I go mourning? Because of the oppression of my enemy. As a deadly wound in my bones, my adversaries taunt me, while they say to me continually, where is your God? He's sad. Praying to God, but the people just don't disappear. God's answer sometimes takes time. Samuel J. Conroe, a comedian on America's Got Talent with Tourette's, said woman wanted to pray the Tourette's out of me. And she said, I can do it. She goes, prayer works. He goes, prayer doesn't work. He goes, prayer works. He goes, I know it doesn't. She goes, how? Because 15 seconds ago I prayed you'd walk away.
And you're still here.
And then she walked away and he goes, oh no, prayer works. It just takes a little time. Well, guess what? Prayer works, but sometimes it takes a little time. And why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my salvation and my God. We're now going to end this with one verse, one of my favorite ones, from the Gospel of Mark, where I wrote the verse down here. Chapter 9 and verse 24. This, to me, is the shorter version of Psalm 42. And it's the prayer that I pray a lot. Immediately the father of the child cried out and said, I believe, help my unbelief. That's Psalm 42. I believe things are hard. I believe, help me to get through this. Because it's possible to believe and not believe at the same time. To have that struggle in your soul. Thank you very much. If anybody has a need for to come forward in a public way, we would ask you to come now as we stand and as we sing.